that check and took off. I'm gone. A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No cost. I want that caught. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. Good drip. But she love you. Don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First down, it's Rosen. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. A big welcome back carry for David Johnson, who almost missed all of last year. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Throwing now, Rosen on first down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Now Rosen on first down. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Everson Griffin in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And he's going to go down again. Everson Griffin in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Being chased out left. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. And it's a welcome back to health for last year's #1 pick. This is Dalvin Cook. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Buying time, and he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Chandler Jones in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Now he'll escape to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. On now to kick it away is the punter, Matt Weil. Back deep, J.J. Nelson. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force it?
David Johnson on his way. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And out now come the Vikings. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense. Get a couple of first.
Cook strip. The ball's out. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
And Anthony Barr just has it all as far as I'm concerned in terms of physique, athletic ability, and now he's versatile as well. When he came out of UCLA, he played outside linebacker, but also down defensive end. The Vikings can utilize those same sort of skills.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And the penalty, a big assist to this offense. Now it's 3rd and 3. Now Rosen. And able to find Kirk complete. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 at the 19. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
On 2nd down, Johnson. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the 1st quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And his throw here's incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, Griffin. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The pickup of 11, and it moves the chains.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now it's Griffin. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking.
Now look out, Griffin hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Following a fumble recovery, it's Rosen. Eluding the pressure right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. It's Everson Griffin who made the tackle. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
On 3rd down, Rosen. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Everson Griffin. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Vikings now heading onto the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? A give. This is Cook. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
The Vikings on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook. Now he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. To throw is RG3. Over the middle, he's got Treadwell. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On the ground, it's Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 minutes remain here in the 1st half. More from Minneapolis after this. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Griffin. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he loses the football a second time. They'll throw on first down with Griffin. Steps away to his left. Now he'll throw deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kyle Rudolph, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have made this now a one-score game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Carlson now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Rosen on 1st and 10. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He got 29 yards that time. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Fitzgerald's got it right side. 11 yards for number 11.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now a handoff. Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Cardinals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. This may be a free play here for Rosen. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. So that one will be accepted. So that last penalty making this 3rd down much more manageable. 3rd down, 4 yards to go. From the gun, it's Rosen. It's caught. Nelson. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. From the red zone now, here's Rosen on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll run it with Johnson. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. That's complete, right around the 8. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. J.J. Nelson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Dawson able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken short. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And he's got his guys set up great now. 1st and goal. And the Pigskin at the 7-yard line. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This just a 24-yard attempt. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The second quarter score from Cincinnati. And the Steelers there out to an early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Starting the third quarter with Cook. And some room to work. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Forced out to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Griffin. Providing a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Matt Weil now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. He'll return it from the 6. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because What you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Yeah, still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Again, it's Johnson. Pushes him over. And now running right through it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. Now Rosen looking to throw. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20, not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. On 2nd down, Griffin. Flush to his right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Griffin. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they'll get him down here at the 23. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. They go to Johnson again. And an alley to run. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Johnson. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
The Cardinals on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
They go play action here on 1st down. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Off the play fake. Here's Griffin. Lets it fly for Thielen. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Tackle made there by the UCF man, Mike Hughes.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Detroit!
3rd and long here for Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Richardson with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7. Here's Andy Lee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious.
And the pressure getting to RG3. He's brought down for the sack. The son Reddick in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the shotgun, Griffin. And the pressure gets to him again. Marcus Golden in there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That sacks on back-to-back plays. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now it's Griffin. Quick hitch, complete. It's King. And they get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Matt Weil now, standing just outside his own goal line. That's taken on the 25. A tremendous return there, 39 yards. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. So out now come the Cardinals. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Rosen off the play action. They'll roll him out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep. And, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
After the interception, here's Griffin. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Robert Kimdichie in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Play action. Now Griffin. He's going to go for a big play down. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. And give him a gain of 37. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Griffin. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
Well, we got beefeaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Cook. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. From the gun, Griffin. Dancing to his left. And Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown. Kyle Rudolph His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Carlson now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a two-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Now Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. The Cardinals on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd down and 12. Throwing now is Rosen. And he's got more time complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Johnson running left. Fights him off. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
We got three down. We got 3, let's go. Watch out. 56.
They pitch it out to Johnson. And some room to maneuver. Past the 20. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
Leopard!
On the toss, here's Johnson. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter, in the zone, the ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys,
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Will tie his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. And he knocks it through. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Throwing now, Griffin on first down. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. The son Reddick in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Now Griffin on second down. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The son Reddick in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game. But Charles